In an extended report on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, the city of Kharkiv has become a focal point of intensified Russian military aggression. The latest series of guided bomb strikes orchestrated by Moscow has resulted in the tragic loss of at least 2 lives and left 13 others injured, as confirmed by local officials. The northeastern city, which holds the distinction of being Ukraine's second largest, has witnessed a marked escalation in Russian attacks targeting both civilian populations and critical energy infrastructure. The situation on the ground in Kharkiv, as reported on Friday, was one of heightened tension and uncertainty. Al Jazeera's correspondent John Holman described hearing multiple strikes and observing a significant plume of smoke, though the exact targets of these bombings remained unclear. The city has also been subjected to drone assaults, with an unprecedented 16.5 hours of air raid alerts, signaling the most extended period of such warnings since the onset of Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022. President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine has leveled serious accusations against Russia, asserting that its military operations are aimed at reducing Kharkiv to ruins. In contrast, Russian officials have denied any intentional targeting of civilians, despite the extensive casualties incurred since the beginning of their invasion. Russian President Vladimir Putin, during a press briefing in China, articulated that the offensive's objective in the Kharkiv region is to establish a buffer zone along the border, explicitly stating that the capture of Kharkiv city is not on the Kremlin's agenda. Putin attributed the initiation of these attacks to the Ukrainian shelling of the adjacent Russian territory of Belgorod, emphasizing the creation of a security zone as a necessary response. The Kharkiv offensive, which commenced on May 10th, has significantly altered the dynamics of the war, leading to the displacement of thousands of Ukrainians in a matter of days. This military maneuver coincided with a substantial Ukrainian drone attack on the Russian-occupied Crimean Peninsula, resulting in power disruptions in Sevastopol and extensive damage to a refinery. Amidst these developments, President Zelensky made a visit to Kharkiv, where the Ukrainian military has reportedly managed to impede the Russian advance, notably preventing the capture of Vovchansk, a mere 5 kilometers from the Russian border. Zelensky's communication via Telegram conveyed a message of cautious control over the situation, despite acknowledging the ongoing challenges. Adding an international perspective, General Christopher Cavalli, NATO's supreme allied commander in Europe, expressed skepticism regarding Russia's capacity for a strategic breakthrough in the Kharkiv region, expressing confidence in the Ukrainian forces' ability to maintain their defensive positions. In a decisive move to bolster troop numbers, President Zelensky enacted 2 legislative measures, one permitting prisoners to enlist in the army and another significantly increasing penalties for draft evasion. These actions underscore the Ukrainian government's commitment to reinforcing its military capabilities in the face of escalating hostilities. Ukraine is poised to implement a pivotal mobilization law this Saturday, marking a significant shift in the nation's military recruitment strategy amid the ongoing conflict. The legislation introduces a provision for parole from serving a sentence and further enlistment for military service under a contract during a special period, effectively allowing certain individuals with criminal charges to join the armed forces. However, this does not extend to those convicted of offenses against Ukraine's national security. The Ukrainian military is currently grappling with the challenge of delayed deliveries of essential weapons and ammunition from its Western allies. This bottleneck has been identified by military analysts as one of Ukraine's most pressing issues, with a shortage of manpower exacerbating the situation. Notably, there is an anticipation of imminent arrival of these critical supplies, particularly from the United States, which are expected to bolster the front lines shortly. In a show of support, Denmark has announced its commitment to aid Ukraine with a substantial military package. Valued at approximately 5.6 billion Danish kroner, $815.5 million, the aid predominantly comprises air defense systems and artillery. This assistance is part of Denmark's ongoing efforts to strengthen Ukraine's defensive capabilities against the backdrop of heightened military tensions.